Hello and welcome back to another installment of Fodder. Today is Thursday, January 30th. Can you believe January is already over? And we're going to talk about Harry Potter Wizards Unite because we have a brilliant event coming up and there's some really exciting stuff that I want to pass along for this particular event. But first and foremost, I love the new Adventure Sync. If you have not already started your Adventure Sync or enabled it, I will put a card here and then you can see how to do that. A couple of things, it doesn't work with Google Fit on Samsung tablets. iPads will have an infinite load when attempting to turn on Adventure Sync, and then Android 10 only, the app will restart after attempting to enable Adventure Sync when GPS is turned off. So keep those known bugs in mind if you are trying to enable Adventure Sync on one of those. They know about them, and I'm sure they will fix them soon. I am loving the Adventure Sync. I'm going to pick up, a 10K Portkey, nice. I'm really starting to make a lot of progress because I live in this Magical Games and Sports nest. I'm making a lot of progress on this. I want to say that I'm on 61 or 62 for the class. Yeah, rank 62. And I'm really close to getting to 63. Remember, 65 is capped. So I'm making really good progress on that particular thing. Also, if I go, speaking of Portkeys, if I go over here and I use my Portkey now, we are going to jump, that's right. I believe this is going to be Dumbledore's office. In fact, I'm pretty sure that that's what this is. Let me collect my 5 rack spurts here. And that's going to be the end of that. And that is officially going to complete part 1 of the brilliant event. So we're going to place the final image here for the darkest of times. That's going to keep my streak perfect on completing all of the different brilliant events. What I want to talk about is the next brilliant event, the darkest of times part 2. So this is going to be the Deluminator, which is this little feller right here in the corner. You're going to need 3 of them. You're going to find them through wizarding challenges and brilliant rune stones. Always nice. The Griffin statue, you're going to need 5 of these. They're going to come from brilliant Portkeys. So keep that in mind. The Sherbet Lemon, actually it's Sherbet, the Sherbet Lemon. Right here you're going to need 1. That's going to be from tasks. So whenever you finish, probably page 2, maybe page 3, that's when you will pick that one up. The Memory Veils will be right here. You need 1 of those, also completed through tasks, probably 4. When you complete the original 4, that's probably when you're going to get this one. And then the Brilliant Pensive, you're going to need 15 of these. This is going to be your foundable encounter. Now, like with all of these 2-part Brilliant events, you're also going to have Fawkes and you're going to have Dumbledore spawning. And I think I missed Young... Did I miss Young Dumbledore? I did. But this one is available through tasks as well. So probably task 2, 3, and 4 would be my guess. Maybe 1, 3, and 4, possibly. Maybe 1, 2, and 3. I do not know which tasks, but the Young Dumbledore there. But back to what's going to spawn in the wild. Fawkes right here that we had spawning in part 1. Dumbledore that we had here spawning in part 1 are also going to be spawning along with your Brilliant Pensive right here. So that's what you can find in the wild for your brilliant events. Additionally, Barufio Brain Elixirs, those are going to be extended to 1 full hour instead of the normal 30 minutes. As has been the norm, we're going to have brilliant Portkeys that are going to be 3K, which you just saw me finishing off. Really, really easy to do now with the Adventure Sync. Also remember, if you do have brilliant Portkeys left over, and I don't think that I do, if you have any left over from part 1, they're still going to give you part 1 fragments. You need to clear all of those out before starting part 2. There will be a bonus assignment, so if you finish the first 4 pages of tasks, there will be a bonus assignment. Typically it's something pretty hefty but not undoable, like 30 high foundables. It'll probably be something like 15 Young Dumbledores and I don't know, maybe walk off, maybe 10 Portkeys. I think that's what we had last time. So there we go. We are set, locked, and loaded for the particular event. As I attempt to free Tonks here, there's one other thing that hopefully Hopefully Tonks doesn't run away. Oh man, what would a Fodder video be if I didn't have something depart on me? But another thing that I wanted to show you guys was, after this Brilliant event, we're gonna get 15 green books, right? That's how we do. Well, if I go into my profession, yes, you will see that I'm actually set up as an aura right now, and there's a reason for that. Because I went through, I had like 18, 19, maybe 2,000 scrolls. So I went through and filled out everything in the aura profession that only needed scrolls. No red books, no green books used at all. But if I jump over here, back to my normal, my professor, you'll see I'm at 129 of 134. And if you'll notice this, like this thing is complete, with the exception of, I need 13 green books to finish off the pesky pixies. So that'll get upgraded to being complete. And then everything that needs a green book on the professor, done. Now, if you are a professor and you did not go to FanFest, you are probably going to be, you're probably 45 short at this point right now. So you will need one more Brilliant event to complete this. If you went to FanFest and finished, I believe we got 30 additional green books out of that event. That is why I'm this close to finishing. If you were a beta tester in New Zealand and Australia, you may be done with this completely, because some things that need green books right now previously only needed red books during beta. So keep that in mind as well. That is the other asterisk or caveat to this. But after this, all that I need are 2 levels on the Dementors and then 2 levels on student teaching. Unfortunately, that's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood. Like 30 and 30 is 60 red books. So that's a lot there. And then 21 and 21 is going to be 42. So I'm going to need like 102 total red books to finish the first part. I mean, it says more lessons coming soon, but the first part of my professorship will be complete. And I have already started on the orders just because we get plenty of scrolls. So I wasn't too worried about running out of those. And there we go. Let me see if I can free this foundable. Again, I don't need a lot of these things. I really need to battle some towers and get a lot of those so I can prestige up these pages so that a lot of these type of foundables have meaning again. And I'll get there. I just don't really ever take the time to sit and grind towers. It's like 1, maybe 2 per day, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm with Andrea or not. It's like, let me jump in, complete a couple of battles, pick up a couple fragments on low levels and move on. I also did a couple of towers yesterday with my aura, just because I wanted to I wanted to see how it did, and I need to learn what the different moves are for the aura. So I'm not very skilled with that profession. Anyway, that is going to wrap up today's video. You are now set to go for the darkest of, is it darkest of days or darkest of times? It's the darkest of something. I don't want that. It is the darkest of times Brilliant event part 2. Hope you find this information useful. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. If I don't know the answer, somebody will know the answer and I'll try to find the answer for you. That's all I've got for this one. So until next time.